Hey y'all, welcome in. If you're new or just passing through my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie. If you're returning, welcome back, squad. Here today, do another general collective reading. We're not sign specific here. We're also gender fluid. I may say you and I'm talking to them. May say them, I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. Remember that time and energy are fluid. So I could be talking about the recent past, the present, or the future. Take only the parts that resonate. Leave everything else behind. If you would like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information can be found below in the description box, and I invite you to join me for a session. All right, y'all, welcome back. I fed my kids, cooked dinner, cleaned my kitchen. Decided to come back on before I call it a night. Let's try to tap into something else. I don't know. The last three readings were all about the same subject. I'm not going to do an oracle pull. We're just going to jump straight into tarot and see what's going on. All right, let's tap in, guys. I'm so full. We had chicken Alfredo for dinner. I'm stuffed to my eyebrows. All right, let's get into it. Six card opening. Okay. It kind of looks like somebody here was trying to either block your progress, slow your progress. Block your progress or slow the progress. There's also potential here of trying to minimize opportunities. Somebody may have limited options. Okay, so I'm getting another layer here. It kind of looks like a whole bunch of somebody fucked around and is finding out right now. I do feel like somebody is kind of afraid to approach you, especially if they've done something in the past against your progress, because I feel like somebody's worried to approach you, mostly because you're in a really good space, you're happy, and I don't know, it's like somebody doesn't want to rain on your parade. I do get the impression though that somebody may want some help, but they're afraid to come in and ask for it. I think they're afraid to come in and ask for it because I don't think you've made it any secret that you don't have any love for this person. There may be some conflict between you, and somebody may want to approach you to try to like smooth things out. But okay, somebody kind of want to let bygones be bygones, but it feels very superficial. I feel for you it might be unnecessary just because I think you're already in a healed space. And for them to try to come in and be a part of your life, this looks like a missed opportunity. This very much looks like a missed opportunity. I also get the impression that you may have been dealing with somebody here who could have been incredibly disloyal to you, had you in competition with other people, may have kept you as an option or treated you like an option, and that was their bad. That was their mistake. Because now they're feeling incredibly unsettled. This person may have lost a job, so they may not have any real means of resources. It's kind of coming off like somebody made a wrong choice. It's like somebody made the wrong choice and you made a choice to keep moving. Yeah, yeah, so they're kind of afraid, I think, to come towards you. It's the energy of somebody wanting to rekindle things, wanting to come in and tell you how they feel, wanting to tell you what's been going on in their lives. The thing is, I think they're concerned about the fact that you are very secure, you're financially stable. Hold on. They're coming to you with for the wrong reasons. Because this kind of looks like somebody wanting to come in and disturb your peace. They may want to come in and tell you how they feel, but I don't feel like they've learned any real lessons in the time that you've been apart. This is connected to someone from your past. And I'm not getting now, whatever this relationship is, the way the cards are coming up, I don't get whoever I'm talking to today. I don't get the sense that you're not, whoever you are, I don't have any like angst on the board. So I don't have any energy here that says like, you know, there's beef. I do see where there have been some conflict between you, but I don't see where it's like conflict enough to where, you know, you still may have love for this person. Kind of like, you know, I still got love for you, but stay over there. And it's very interesting because you are very, like, you're in a completely opposite energy of this person. So while you may be very balanced, you're just, you know, focused on your healing, focusing on your work. You're very clear about your goals and, you know, the things that you're striving for. This person may be dealing with a lot of unsettled energy. Again, like I said, this person may have lost their job. They may have, you know, they're lacking in resources. They're heartbroken by the separation. Only thing is, like I said, they may have taken too long to approach you. And again, I don't think that there's no success in trying to bring this back together because again, we've got missed opportunities. They're afraid maybe that there's a missed opportunity, but I don't know. The way I'm looking at you, collective, you're showing up in the Nine of Pentacles energy, and they're showing up with the Devil and the King of Pentacles in the reverse, and it's Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. I kind of feels like it feels like the wrong motivation. It's the wrong motivation as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, whoever this person is. Yeah, this person may have had you involved in a third-party situation. Like I said, there's no success. I said no success. There's no success here. Six of Wands comes out in reverse. Yeah, there's no success here. This person they can't seem to let it go, though. This person may also be like obsessively thinking about you. Yeah, it feels very much like if this person had involved themselves in third party, if they had like made you a third party, you know, kind of like unknowing, maybe you didn't know, or they had a third party. I think this person is kind of somebody here maybe like looking into you, or they're kind of looking to you. Thank you, Spirit. They're looking to you because, like I said, you're in this very balanced energy, very balanced, stable, and independent energy. What this person is looking for, it almost feels like they're looking to you to maybe restore the balance, you know, restore balance in their life. But like I said, I don't think this is not something I said. This person is already at the top. This is somebody who's disloyal, and I already feel like you're probably not interested in engaging. You're not interested in engaging. And so they're feeling left behind. Yeah, for you, it would be a bad investment of your time. So you don't even think that it's worth it. You have no expectation. Maybe at one point you may have waited for them to come back or something like that. You may have waited for them to come back and that didn't happen. So you decided to move on. Yeah. It's interesting now that yeah. And here's the thing. This person may want to return to you, like, because um, I don't like this energy. It feels like somebody wanting to return to you to offer some type of commitment, right? But what they're going to be greeted by, number one, you may have this person blocked, or they may be unable to travel towards you. They may be unable to travel towards you. But the thing is, with that, I don't think that they're expecting is they're not expecting when they return, they're not going to anticipate the Tower, Queen of Swords. They're not going to anticipate a less than warm reception or greeting. Yeah, they're not going to expect that. And honestly, I don't think that you're really interested. I don't think you're interested. Like, maybe at one point this person may have been a part of your Ten of Cups, or you may have thought of them as part of your Ten of Cups. I'm also getting the energy here too. Oh, they can't do anything. Okay, so now I'm getting a secondary energy here. Actually, no, I'm gonna shuffle. I did get a secondary energy of a two distorted feminines. But again, energy was showing up as the Queen of Swords. I don't think you worried about nobody else. Least of all, some karmics. I don't think you worried about that. All right. Yeah, you may consider this person a traitor, and I think because of because of lies. And there you are, sitting pretty. Yeah, they don't expect to be greeted. They don't expect to be greeted with this, cold demeanor, especially if they're used to, in the past, you being very warm and loving and kind. Now you're, coming across as really stoic and very, very, you ain't here to play no games. I also get the impression here too, this person may have been very, very in and out of your life. Here today, here for a good time, not a long time. Definitely here today, gone tomorrow. And it was that energy. It's literally that energy that probably like severed everything for you. Like, who wants that? Nobody. Right? Yeah, this person may have had you in a Ten of Cups. I mean, not Ten of Cups, had you in a third party. That was not your Ten of Cups. They chose a karmic. Yeah, like I said, they don't expect this chilly reception. Queen of Swords, Ten of Cups in the reverse, the Tower, death. They don't expect that. So it's kind of giving a little too late. Like, yes, this person may have been a player, but it's a little late to try to swoop back in as the Emperor. Maybe this could even be somebody totally different. Like, they maybe the Tower is the fact that they're shocked that you're really done with them and you found somebody else who actually is somebody who is stand up, somebody who is taking a lead, somebody who can actually lead a relationship. Yep, you were looking for something different. And I think you were also looking for somebody who was also going to put in the same kind of energy into the connection as you would. Yeah. Okay, so even if because now I'm seeing this Ace of Swords underneath this Emperor card, this person's going to come towards you and they're going to lie. They're going to lie, and they're going to come to you and they're going to lie to you and tell you that they're healed. They're not. They are not healed. They are still dealing with some devil energy. They're still dealing with this Knight of Wands energy in the reverse. So if they come to you, 2 areas of not being healed. If you have a masculine that comes towards you, attempting try to salvage the relationship or the connection, just understand. I want you to pay attention to the words that are spoken, but also pay attention to what is not spoken. Like, read between the lines, right? Because I feel like this person, the only reason why they're trying to come to you now, number 1, because you're stable and you're good, and number 2, they are not. They're not. But this almost feels like they want to come in and maybe even tell you or say things to you. Like, the way that I'm hearing it, it's kind of like somebody coming to you and saying to you the things that you may have always wanted to hear, right? But 5 of Swords to the Ace of Swords in reverse, it's a lie, and it's meant, like, literally their goal is to win at all costs, but they're coming in with a lie because they don't want this relationship to end. They don't want you to sever the cord completely. Yeah, they're going to be shocked by your decision. I also kind of think that it's arrogance to think, because right now I'm kind of getting like, even if they were to come in and try to say, let's work together, and I'm willing to do, XYZ to be with you, you're not even interested in them anymore. You don't feel the same way. You don't feel the same way. Yeah, judgment. You've already made the judgment call. Yep. You're going to see through the lies. You're going to see through the mind games. You're not willing to continue moving forward with them. I don't even think it's interesting, because maybe instead of this being more about unconditional love down here, maybe it's more about the nostalgia. Like, yeah, you remember the good times, but you also remember the bad times. You also remember how much effort you tried to put into the relationship to try to ground it and stabilize it. But I feel like you weren't getting any of that reciprocated back to you. You didn't. It's like, where's the love? You didn't feel the love, right? You were looking for stability, so you moved on towards your own wish fulfillment. You were looking for something that was more in alignment with you, not a liar. Not a liar who continuously rejected you and gave very little effort, energy, or love. Now the only thing they can do is watch you from a distance, and they can't come near you. Justice, the Wheel of Fortune. They can't come near you. You're on your fated timeline right now. The karma for them is not being able, they won't have access to you. That's their karma, losing their access to you. All right. Yep, there you go. Off you go. And the crazy thing about it is, this is somebody, because I said this is kind of a lazy energy. This is somebody who wants to just come in and be a part of the, want to come back in and be a part of a relationship, but they don't want to put in any actual effort to, like, fortify it, to make it sturdy. They kind of want to control the direction of the relationship. That's the plan. Somebody wanting to control the direction of the relationship. It's crazy. This feels like somebody here who, it sounds like a really bad, they made a bad choice, but it feels very much like this person was really confused about you, because they had, like I said, they had all these other options. But now, like I said, this is somebody who may have rejected you. Maybe that's what the fear is. They're worried. Yes, in the reverse. They're worried about you rejecting them. because now you have options. Whether you exercise those options or not, you have options. They weren't expecting that. Yeah. It would be a bad investment of your time and energy to deal with this person. Because the connection itself is toxic. I think you're choosing yes, you know the truth. You're choosing self-love. And I think you're also very clear about what this person is, who this person is, and how they've been, how they treated you, what the relationship dynamic was. I think you're very, very clear on it. There's no confusion here. Yeah, this person's a whole ass liar. And the burden of them being a liar ain't your business. And I definitely feel like you're choosing happiness and healing over being connected to a liar. This person may have also had a drinking problem. I do have a little bit of that. Somebody here who was only really dealing with, okay, thank you, Spirit. This is somebody here, and I think this is part of the reason why it felt so burdensome for you, collective. I get the impression that this person was very surface level when it came to the relationship or their relationships. This comes across as somebody who is just like, they were just in it for the pleasure aspect, but they were never really, they were in it for the pleasure and the look of it, right? How it looks, very keeping up with the Joneses. But I also get the impression that this is somebody, again, they were very surface level, so they didn't go, like say you swim really deep, your emotion, you're in touch with your emotions, but maybe you swim a little deeper than most. This person didn't know how to, they didn't know how to go there with you. And so now, like I said, maybe originally it was your burden. It was a heavy burden for you because you were trying to, like, you spent a lot of time like really focusing on, this other person. And now, because you've got your boundaries up and you're not interested, the burden, I feel like, is on them now. Because literally, I don't see you wanting to have anything to do with them because they're a liar. Yeah, and the only reason why they're trying to come towards you is because they're getting karma right now, and they scared. They're scared. This person might be isolating themselves. They're scared. They're also they might be suffering from depression. They could be going through dark night of the soul while you bullshitting. I mean, they could be. Somebody here, yes. They're experiencing some very unfortunate times. They're maybe struggling financially. Meanwhile, what they see that you're happy. They see that you're happy. Yeah. It's almost like they know if they approach you, it would literally be them coming in to disturb your peace. Yeah, and even if they could come in to make an offer, they don't really have much to offer. I feel like even if you reject them or choose not to work with them, I feel it kind of feels very runner chaser. Like, so if in the past you might have been the chaser and they were the runner, I do kind of see the dynamic switching and you becoming the runner and perhaps they become a chaser. Yeah. The thing is that there's no actual growth in the dynamic. I don't see any growth here. It's funny because they're making plans to come and see you or come and talk to you to let you know, like, if this person got married or something, they may be going through a divorce or have gone through a divorce, and they're really feeling very regretful for whatever happened in the past. They kind of want to restore. They want to restore some type of harmony. They want to come towards you. Yeah, like I said, you may have waited for them, but they never They never came through. I think with them not coming through, it just made it that much easier for you to let go and focus on yourself. You may even see this situation by choosing yourself. You may even kind of see this as a kind of like a blessing in disguise. Yeah, it's this person just not. They don't want this to end. Yeah, see, now the cards are just repeating themselves. They don't want the relationship dynamic to end. Actually, let's use it. I haven't used the archetype cards in a while. Goddess, feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. So that may be you, divine feminine. Child wounded, awakens compassion and desire to serve other wounded children, opens the learning path of forgiveness. So maybe you've healed your inner child. This person is withdrawing from society out of fear or negative judgment of others, refusing to help those in need. Ew. You may be a teacher, ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. Yeah, this person, they may be a father figure could be prominent here. This is somebody who has dictatorial control and abuse of authority. So they're kind of a bully. They want things to go their way. Damn. They may have gotten, oh, this is a false mentor. Inability to allow student to move onto the role of master, imparting false instruction. While you're a healer, passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit, ability to help transform pain into healing. This person still has some work to do. That's for sure. Yeah, somebody's hit some bad luck or experiencing bad luck. And you know what's funny? I mean, not haha funny, but them experiencing bad luck helps restore the balance to the situation. Maybe at the time you were dealing with them, you were experiencing a bunch of bad luck. Hard times. Ooh. Yeah, it's like they want to come in and heal the bond, but I don't think that that's possible. You get one more. I don't think that's possible. Yeah, you're already looking forward to new life. And this person may be running out of time. Yeah, they just don't want the relationship to end. They may be trying to communicate with you, but you may have them blocked. They're trying to hide something. Somebody here may have lost their home. They may be trying to hide that. They may have to move, losing resources. All right. Let's play with the Kipper. We have mature woman. Coffin. Official person. Main female. Privileged lady. Message of concern in the reverse, also with coffin. So if somebody passed away, you may not have received that message. Maybe something having to do with a family home. Toil and labor. Okay. Somebody may have to work or get a job. Like they're losing privilege because privileged lady is in the reverse and toil and labor is below it. So somebody here, if they've been living a life of privilege, they may have to go to work. They may have to get a job. Because they may be losing their house. Then we have the false person out here. And thief. Mature man may have been in a marriage with this mature woman, but there was another man, and maybe they were expecting some type of a gift that would prevent them from going into poverty. But there's something that had been done in the court system. Unexpected income in the reverse. Which means that whatever was done in the courts prevented them from, was supposed to prevent them from getting this income that that was supposed to go to this child. There was a message. Oh, there's a message. People in the community may know about this message, may know about this sudden wealth and potential imprisonment. Okay. So if this mature woman is the privileged lady, because they're all connected, she may have received a message. This sounds like a whole different story from what I was talking about earlier. There may have been, there's a few people out here. There's a few people out here. But the thing that I do notice is that there may have been a message about somebody's passing, and there may have been a message about somebody potentially getting ready to lose their home. And a false person may have something to do with it. This is the thief. It's popped out and it flipped over into the reverse. So this mature woman may be getting exposed. Scales with coffin and official person. This thief may be outed. Sudden wealth. Message of concern. Now the message of concern is in the upright. So somebody got a message of concern. You don't know nothing about this person. Somebody has passed. And the message of concern, they're looking at this house. The message of concern has something to do with them potentially losing their house. Them may have to go back to work or go to work. Ooh. Yes, the mature man in coffin. So I have a mature man out here, and we're going to say the mature man and the mature woman probably were a married couple because I'm basing it from down here, okay? This mature man may have passed. And there was some sudden wealth that should have been received. But then we have this false person and thief down here. Unexpected income at the bottom of the deck. So somebody here was working hard See, this unexpected. Okay, so I'm also looking at this too. This unexpected income. If this money was meant to come to you, it would have allowed you to move or whatever, so that you wouldn't have had to work so hard. You may have felt very alone or felt orphaned. Somebody may feel alone or orphaned and worried about imprisonment. Somebody is thinking about an inheritance because his inheritance would have allowed somebody to have a new life. Somebody here is protecting other people, either protecting blockages, an obstacle. This is an obstacle. Not an obstacle that can't be overcome, but an obstacle nonetheless. Somebody may be trying to block you from the community, but then you have sharks here thinking about this inheritance, thinking about the new life that they may get. This mature woman and main male keep hanging out together. So I'm really curious as to who the main male is hanging out with this mature woman. Cause he's always, cause in this deck he's looming behind the marriage and the mature man, and on this side he's looming directly behind the mature woman. Somebody is worried about this house. The house is in question. So somebody's thinking about this. They may be aware of what's going on. Okay, now we're back to the other story. So we have this man that may be thinking about a divine feminine, but I don't think you have any love for this person anymore. You don't feel the same way. Intuitively, they may already know that. So that might be part of the hesitation in coming towards you. Ooh. This person somebody here this could go for either one of you, because this kind of gives me the impression that somebody here is anxious about you. If I'm talking to the divine feminine, they're anxious. Okay, that's what it is. They're worried that they don't have enough to offer you because they don't have any money. They're struggling financially. And the women, like I said, this person had you in third-party energy. The people that they may have been, hanging out with, they don't have those people anymore. Or they're starting to lose them. You know what I mean? Yeah, they're making plans to come towards you to reclaim the connection. I don't know how that's gonna work. Yeah, I said this person isn't healed. And you're being protected by Archangel Michael. So there's that. Yeah, see, like you're independent. And you're probably looking incredibly abundant right now. I don't know. Use your discernment. Honestly, I mean, you know what I think about this. I'm going to keep on telling you, the past don't have nothing new to say. Yeah, it doesn't matter. They're afraid to come towards you anyway. Yeah, financial constraints. And broken heart, child. Yeah, and this person ain't really learned no lessons anyway, so I don't think you want to be bothered, to be perfectly honest. Where are we time-wise? Perception. See yourself and others through the lens of love. If you have a question, the answer is yes. Step into your power. You are the bomb. Lessons are being learned. Karmic ties and situations. Analyze the matter. Mind over heart decision. No time to give up. Keep going. It's time to go. You already know. Assert yourself. Reclaim your power. Consider other options. Think outside of the box. Release resentment in order to heal. Untie yourself from the situation. Adjust your perspective. See all sides. Suffering silently. There's no extra points for being a martyr. Who are you doing it for and why? So this person may be suffering silently right now because they're missing you. Again, like I said, I don't think you have... If you do have love for this person, even if it's a little bit, I don't think you feel the same way you used to feel, because I don't see that out here. I think intuitively, like I said, I think intuitively they may even know that as well. They know that you're also highly protected. They may feel very out of balance if they don't feel like they have support around them, like emotional support or the support of community. But again, like I said, if they had you in third-party energy, the people that they had been hanging out with and spending time with, they don't have those options anymore. Where the hell is this deck at? Oh, here. They don't have those options anymore. All right, let's grab a stack of index cards. Eee. Someone's in deep regret. Stepmother may be significant. Somebody's an experienced high priestess or witch. Foster child or foster care may be relevant. Somebody is lost without you. Somebody refuses to change. Somebody is afraid you'll reject them or their offer. Someone has been unfaithful. Someone wanted you to be homeless and alone. Someone's a gold digger. Someone refuses to take responsibility for their actions. The month of April may be of significance. Could be dealing with an Aries or a Taurus. Somebody's mad they haven't stopped you. God has seen their misdeeds. Someone uses money, power, and sex for influence. The month of August may be of significance. Could be dealing with a Leo or a Virgo. Somebody tried to ruin your reputation with slander. The month of February may also be of significance. Could be dealing with an Aquarius or a Pisces. Someone's trying to cover their tracks. Family, friends may be involved. The month of December could be relevant. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius or a Capricorn. An aunt or aunts may be relevant. Someone's throat chakra is compromised, so definitely could have somebody here as a liar. Somebody's dealing with anxiety or sleepless nights. Ooh. A stepchild could be relevant. Spirit says, don't be afraid. The truth is coming out. Someone here is trying to affect your solar plexus chakra. Spirit says, move in silence. And somebody here is self-absorbed and possessive and cannot be trusted. A wolf in sheep's clothing. These are fated events. Somebody is losing money or assets, getting readings or paying for spell work, experiencing a loss of money. Month of March may be of significance. Could be dealing with a Pisces or an Aries. All right, so we have Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Leo, Virgo, Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius, aunts or aunt. Got a gold digger, a stepmother, a stepchild, family, friends, somebody who may have been in foster care or is a foster child or has a foster child. It's a lot. All right. I'm going to leave it there. If any parts of this reading resonate for you, gave you clarity or confirmation over your own story or situation, I think this was like 2 different readings. Give the video a thumbs up so we can circulate into the algorithm and get this in front of the eyes that need to see us the most. If you would like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box, and my books are always open. I invite you to join me for a session. I love you guys so much. I'm going to go to bed now. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye.